right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back from vacation, back straight into action. It's August 17th, I believe, and today I am debuting Purple Haze. It's kind of hard to see in the light now, but it has those luminescent colors along with some gold and silver shine on there, but it's purple. Purple Haze gets the striped bass higher than they've ever been in their life. You'll be taking them out of the water, higher than they've ever been. That's what Purple Haze will do. It's come to my attention that this is the lure that I'm gonna set the new world record with. Well, I'm actually realizing that now that I'm selling them, I might not be the one who gets the world record. But as long as the person catches it, if it's you, give Prophecy Pipes a shout out. That's all I ask. Your name will be in the history books, not mine. But when they ask you what lure you used, just tell them it was the Prophecy Pipe. I really would like it to be me, and I thought it was going to be me, but I'm starting to think that it's not going to be me because a lot of people are buying these, and I thank every single one of you. There's become too many to name, but thank you guys so much for all the orders. It's hard to keep up with the demand, but I'm going to catch up. You will get it. If you place an order, you're going to get it. Purple Haze is not on the website yet. This is actually the first one. I'm really testing the colors, but I know it's going to be great. For low light situations like today that's really overcast. It probably will work well at night, but I'm going to be making a black tube, all black for nighttime, and maybe a blurple tube where it's black and purple. But I'm going to start with all purple and black. Those will be my next two colors, and I think that'll be it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Very important. Please share my videos. And I got 24 sandworms, so I'm gonna start off trolling that. It doesn't work well when the water is really dirty. When there's no visibility, it's hard for them to see it. But if you're using a live sandworm, you will still catch fish because they're gonna smell it, and bait fishing is the best thing to do when the water is that dirty, when the visibility is really, really poor. So when you add a live sandworm, it's bait fishing and lure fishing at the same time, and that's the only way it'll work when the water is that dirty and when no lure is working. Thank you for watching. Let's get down to it. Let's go. Forgot to mention the link to my website will be in the description of the video. It's prophecypipes.com if you are interested in purchasing one. I also got some cool videos and pictures up on there, and hopefully one day I'll have a picture of you on there holding a giant striped bass with a Prophecy Pipe in his mouth. That's the goal. And I am enjoying a Quest bar before I put on the tube and worm. I love these things. I go through like 24 of these things in a week. This is how short I'm cutting the tails on the sandworm this time of year. There's just so much for striped bass to eat right now that they become very picky. They're still here. There's still a lot of striped bass here. I don't have a fish finder. I just know because every time I come out, I'm catching them and I'm getting bit by them. But they're just ripping the tails off, whether it's gulp or sandworms. I'm skimming the bottom the whole time, so I am constantly in contact with the bottom, and I feel it all of the time. And I feel the bottom kind of pull a little bit. That's how I know the hook hit, and that's when I'll only go like 10 yards more and then reel it in and check it out. But people have asked me how I know the difference between the bottom and a fish, because a lot of times when a striped bass hits your tube, or even a porgy hits the tube, when they hit it, they're swimming from behind. So when they grab it, they're still kind of moving a little bit. So you'll get a little bit of slack for a second. So that's how I know the difference majority of the time, is because I'll get slack for a second and the bottom doesn't give you slack. Sometimes you'll feel a bunch of taps when you're skimming across the bottom, but there's no slack there. I'm not pushing your tube forward. And the last striper I got the last time I came out here, the conditions were horrible. I only got one fish and I didn't stay out too long just because the water was so bad. I kept getting seaweed wrapped on the tube and on my propeller. I was just like, I gotta go home. But I got a nice fish. That fish, the reason I'm bringing that fish up is because I thought I had a porgy on. He hit it, and it was the most subtle hit I've ever gotten from a striped bass. And they've done this to me before. Normally with the big ones, when they'll grab it and they'll swim with you because they feel that hook in their mouth and they're just like, I think they already know, because a lot of these fish have been hooked before. Striped bass is like the most targeted saltwater species out there, at least in the Northeast. They're adapting, man. They know what the hell they're doing. The last fish that I got, I thought I had a porgy for about the first 45 seconds of the fight, because I knew he was there the whole time. I could feel him, but he was just coming with me, and as I'm reeling it in. And then once I got him right under the boat, he dove down, and I was like, this is a nice fish. It was. He was like over 33 and a half inches. girthy. It was a really nice fish. People will doubt you. When I used to fish with my cousin Andrew all the time, he'd be like, "Pete, you think everything is a fish." That's because there's a lot of fish there, and I'm using good bait. My presentation's perfect. I'm getting a lot of bites. Even when I fish with people these days, they doubt me. I say, "Oh, I just got a bite there," and they'll be like, "Yeah, there's a rock over there." Like, yeah, I know there's a rock there, but there's a rock fish on that rock. I guess they don't realize that I'm always in contact with the bottom, so I'm feeling the bottom. I feel the rocks. But when a fish grabs the lure, it feels different. It feels alive. That was a hit right there. It'll give you slack. It's on the rock. It's trying to break me off. Need a 60-pound leader on here. Really didn't run yet. I think he's surprised that my line didn't snap because he pretty much had me against the rock the whole time. Feels pretty good. The sun came out, so I started using the red rainbow. And FishBites. This rod is bending so much. Nice fish. It's not hooked that well. It's not through his mouth all the way. He's nice. Yeah, it's not through his mouth. Probably 30-pounder. That's pretty heavy. 33 pounds. No sandworm on there, just FishBites. Before they hit it, and took the FishBites off. Oh, it did go through his mouth. Son of a bitch. Quick length on him. I know you're trying to breathe. Sorry, buddy. Just 40. Just 40. Dude, my stuff is all wrapped up. There's definitely more fish here because I got bit in a bunch of spots. And they felt, because the bigger fish, I'm telling you, they're very smart. Just like the guy from the other day. They've been biting it today, but like just holding it in their mouth and swimming with it. Let's see if I can see him swim away. You! I'm gonna check my leader, and that was just FishBites. I'm sure there was still scent from the sandworm on there, but that was just a little piece of FishBites. I didn't use the FishBites until I went down to Maryland, and I caught like a ray and croakers and whatnot on it. And I was catching more fish on the FishBites than I was gulp. The gulp they were hitting, but they were just ripping it apart. So this is the presentation I'm using. It's just little piece of FishBites and make sure it's up in there so you can't see the shank of the hook, you know, before the bait. If it was hanging down there, they might hit it, but they probably only hit the FishBites. But since you got that part covered up, that's how I got them. And it's just the FishBites Bloodworm flavor, bag of worms. I'm not going to use a long piece because they'll just rip it off, and I feel like it's even the big fish doing it, man. They're stealing my sandworms, they're stealing the gulp. You know, it's not just the small fish that do it. They're very good. They're very precise with their mouths. I read somewhere that the older they get, the better their eyesight gets. I don't know how true that is. I don't remember where I read it, so definitely double check that. Double check everything I say or what anybody ever tells you. Don't just believe stuff. You know, even me, double check everything I say, but I usually do. I got hit multiple times and then it got moved. And once it's like that, it's not going to work. Don't let anybody ever tell you nothing, you know, something won't work. I say it a lot, but anything is possible. Anything is possible in this world. So don't let anybody tell you what you're doing won't work. But in my experience, this has never worked. Whether it's a sandworm, gulp, and FishBites, it doesn't work for me when it's not, you know, when it's not up in there. I'm gonna cover up this shaft. I'm using my pliers to get that FishBites in there, and that seems to be doing the trick. Those beautiful colors it gives off though. Let's give it a try. It's really bright out now. Got the other line out. Something was hitting the other line on the Purple Haze and FishBites. Purple Haze and FishBites. First Purple Haze striper. Sorry, buddy. Should be good to go. So anybody that watches these videos or anybody's fishing videos and then goes to that spot and catches a fish there, you're a punk. You're a fucking punk. You're lazy, and you didn't do shit. You went to a spot that you saw other people catch fish at, so you went there. You didn't find those fucking fish. You didn't do anything. Go find your own fucking fish. If you're gonna come fish my spots, there's gonna be problems. I'm out here all the time, so I will run into you. Purple Haze. Oh, yo, he's pulling me, man. Oh, good fish. In the 30s. He's only 12 pounds. Nowhere near that area. That's a nice fish. It's a good fish. Fish everywhere, man. You guys just got to put in the work to find them. It's 34. He's in the slot. That would be a nice slotty to keep. You know, there's rocks everywhere. These are rock fish. That's what they're called in Europe. You. Another FishBite striper. So with the conditions that I had, I'm very happy and very grateful that I even caught whatever I caught today. In the end, Purple Haze came through. Really happy with it. For those conditions, I wish you guys could see how bad that water was. There's just so much stuff floating around. I'm very grateful to even have gotten what I got today. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. Love you guys. Most importantly, thanks for watching. Please share the video. Love you. Bye.